everything nice. Everything I
Everything nice. Talk to me nice.
How it go already.
I got you. Got you. So talk to me.
How is everything, Akhi? Yo, I seen something the other day. I seen you had a baby. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I'm blessed with having a baby, man. So alhamdulillah.
Congratulations,
Thank you so much.
saying. But in any case, it's a boxing channel. You know what I'm saying?
It's a boxing thing. So
it's a boxing. Man, them have to get smacked. You know what I'm saying? You know how it's already.
Right,
and in
right.
Toronto, we love to smack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't play on split decision. Hey, we don't play on split decision. You know, these decafs get smacked daily. And they don't want no smoke. Hey, they get smacked daily. They want to talk shit in the comment section, but they're afraid to call in because they got no cojones. Because like you said, they get smacked. They get smacked in Toronto, and they get smacked on split decision.
It's coming.
To follow along with that, I just want to mention one last point. You know, if Loma's such a big star because they keep paying him a lot and they want to give him like nearly 3 as much as Lopez, then why can't he sell in the United States? If we all being honest, he had to go to the UK to sell against Campbell. Campbell couldn't come to the United States and face Lomachenko, a no name at the time, at least in the United States. Lomachenko wouldn't have sold out. So if he's not a household name in the United States like Gervonta, like Errol Spence, and many more fighters in boxing, so why give him all the money and why lowball Lopez when they both top ranked fighters? You got to keep in mind, Lomachenko, for example, right? They erased his loss, right? Obviously, the Hope Insurance is the better. They got the best insurance in the world, right? They erased his loss, but they don't erase Deontay Wilder's loss when Tyson Fury clearly cheated. So why not erase Deontay Wilder loss instead of Lomachenko? Because Lomachenko lost fair and square. Deontay Wilder got cheated. Hey, I got another caller. Let me go ahead and pick it up. I appreciate talking to you, all right?
All right, take it easy.
All right, take it easy. AK said, laugh my ass off, Tyson, Margarito, Fury. How you doing, Akhi? Who this is? Where you calling from? Shout out to AK Soar.
Hey, this is Chris Gillum, man. I'm calling from Mississippi, boss.
How you doing, Akhi? You got a topic you want to talk about, or should I dive into the next topic?
Oh, I was just going to comment on the Lomachenko about not actually getting over the Salido loss, and they pretty much moved him on from that.
You're right, because Salido wanted more money for the rematch, and they tried to lowball Salido. You know, the man that beat him. And Lomachenko said, I'm past Salido. He wanted more money. What you mean? Salido beat you. He could request whatever. So if you felt like you that good, you should have gave him whatever and got your loss back. Because, see, in the amateurs, he had one loss. That one loss, he fought that same guy nearly 4 times. But when it came to Salido, in the pros, he did not even want to get close to Salido and avenge that loss.
You know, my thing about it is, I do, don't get me wrong, I do think that Lomachenko is a great fighter. I think he's a good fighter. A good fighter that's had less than 20 fights. Now, that's the biggest thing for me. Being somebody that having less than 20 fights, they moving the guy along on a real ship instead of a sailboat. And I get the fact that he's in his 30s, late 30s, but at the end of the day, you have to avenge certain losses before crowning people king like that, man. You can't just crown people king just based on you like what you see of him, not what he's actually done.
Right. Exactly.
He's a very good fighter. He's flashy. He knows every point. He does a very good job.
100.
But if he doesn't defend what he's lost, to me, it doesn't make sense. It's like, okay, take for example, Teofimo Lopez haven't lost, you know what I'm saying? But you're not pushing him along like that. But Lomachenko has lost. It's like, what are you trying to do? You trying to get everything out of the guy because you feel like he's on his way out? That part I don't get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a great point.
I don't get.
Because styles make fights in the sport of boxing. It's the theory of the unexpected. Every fighter has a kryptonite. That's why Floyd Mayweather always say, there's no kryptonite for my style. I could beat any style. Correct. I could figure out any fighter. Lomachenko, there's a kryptonite to his style. And when he lost to Salido, he realized, man, when a fighter on some Mexican style shit, when he over here, he don't care about no damn technical shit, and he over here switching stands and going wild and utilizing veteran tactics, I'm not ready for that. And that's the style he always tried to avoid. But like you said, you can't crown nobody pound for pound number one before he even avenges his loss. And he ducks, obviously he ducks Salido. He ducked Pacquiao, a 40 version of Manny Pacquiao. He avoided Green Devin Haney. So how is he the king? And they even erase his loss. So that lets you know where they're coming from. They don't care, bro. Because see, ESPN, when they make a mistake, like let's say they make a simple mistake, they will acknowledge it the next day. Like Max Kellerman made a lot of mistakes on more than one occasion, and the next day he will acknowledge his mistake. But they didn't acknowledge changing Lomachenko record. Matter of fact, when I made a video and I was bashing ESPN for doing that, guess what they did? The next day or the next month, they did the same old shit. Like, they don't care. Like, it's just like a slap to the face. You know, we're going to try to erase his loss. We're going to try to fool the casual fans. And that's what's wrong with the sport of boxing when you see ESPN do things like that in front of our faces. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And the crazy thing about it is the thing that bothers me about the biggest thing that bothers me about, and I guess it's a double-edged sword because it bothers me, but I guess that's the thing that they're worried about is the fact that he hasn't had a lot of fights. So if he was in his 30th fight and he lost his second or third fight, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because it was way too early for him to get a title shot anyway.
Right.
But if he lost that way back then, you know, they probably wouldn't even worry about erasing it, but they feel like they like his style. They can go somewhere with it. So for people that don't really watch boxing, they have to present this guy as the best. No, present this guy as a good fighter that has lost. Right. He has a style that he loses to. The biggest thing for Lomachenko is his angles. Just like Manny Pacquiao, he catches you with angles. But you got somebody that can cut off the ring or corner you or bully you. You won't have to come up with anything else. He is, don't get me wrong, like I say again, he is a good fighter, but
he don't like to get bullied. He don't like to get bullied.
He does not like to get bullied.
He likes to bully.
One-dimensional.
Yeah, he don't like to get bullied. He a great fighter, like you pointed out. You know, but don't get it confused. You know, call it what it is. Call a spade a spade. Because ESPN, on one hand, they will say it's not impressive to go 50-0, but then they will erase Lomachenko loss. Which one is it? You know what I'm saying? Which one is it? Split Decision episode 47 is over with. Subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't, and listen to these decafs. The dumb casual ass fans / old media that don't know ish about boxing. Word to Roger Mayweather, may he rest in peace, inshallah. Old media is the old wave. New media is the new wave. Is out with the old, in with the new. We the new mainstream media. We make things happen. We control the narrative. Paulie Malignaggi got fired. And then Tyson Fury next gonna get busted cheating for tampering with his glove. All thanks to new media because we are doing our job. We're not being emotionally attached to these fighters that cheat. We call a spade a spade. We give every fighter a fair shake. We being objective. So with that being stated, if you disagree, all you got to do is call in. Quit treating Akhi like the most feared on Split Decision when it comes to debating. These decafs treat Akhi like Mike Tyson. I got him shook. They scared to look every time Akhi's on TV. So with that being stated, this is a challenge to all the decafs, to all the decafs trolls, to all the YouTube trolls, the YouTube coons, you name it. If you have cojones, call in. I will end your trolling career. A lot of YouTube members stay mentioning my name in vain. They got nothing to talk about but Akhi. However, they don't got the cojones to call in on my own platform. Set up an appointment, set up a date. You got my number, so save it. Like Terrence Crawford told Errol Spence. So with that being stated, I appreciate every single one of my Akhis. Obviously, all of my Akhis know we don't debate boxing. That's for the decafs. I knock them out with ease. Easy work. We talk boxing. Because when the truth is spoken, the other side is nothing but a lie. 3 things that could never ever be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. They will eventually come out. It's just destiny. So Paulie Malignaggi got fired. And there's more great news to come because Deontay Wilder will come through and drop that bomb squat on the mic. So, like I said, anybody can get it on Split Decision.
because anybody can get it.
So,
Africans,
call in.
American.
You better
So don't
not
duck me, son. Grow the cojones and call in. Quit eating that contaminated meat, that wild boar that doesn't allow your cojones to grow. Next show, I'm going to have more time slots. And I also have another show called Boxing Hood. Akhi Boxing Hood. It's going to be hosted every Wednesday with my own Akhi. I want all y'all to call in. I'm going to have more time slots. So with that being stated, I'm about to hit 30K. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate every single one of my Akhis. I appreciate everybody in the super chats. Shout out to OG Swag, RLM, and everybody in the comment section. OK Gusto, OG, Orlando, and everybody in the chat. T-Tone, you already know. Google that shit. Every time me knocking you out, you know what time it is, T-Tone. I done gave you 100 rematches and you get knocked out every single time. Please come up with something new this time. Quit repeating yourself. I lose my brain cells debating with you decafs. I got a higher IQ. So if you all ever dream of debating Akhi and beating Akhi on split decision and putting the blemish on Akhi record, you better call in and apologize on split decision. Because like I said, if I had a lower IQ, I could have enjoyed y'all conversation. So I appreciate it, and let me go ahead and take you all out.
Hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I still got the world. I still got the world. I still got the world.
I bear witness, there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the Bungle fight. Thanking you.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.